Hi kids, welcome back. Hope you had a wonderful 3-day weekend. Now a quick little recap of where we've been so that we can determine where we're going. Now, page number 2 in your history notebook, we got a good introduction to Islam, all things Islam. We looked at some vocabulary, the general overview of Islam. Then page 3, we talked about Muhammad, the prophet of Islam, and you should have 4 awesome little drawings there. Then from Muhammad, we moved on to the perception of God on 3 different religions: Christianity, Judaism, and, of course, Islam, and we compared and contrasted those. Finally, page 5 last week, you compared and contrasted 2 really important books in the Islamic religion: the Quran, the Holy Book of Islam, and the Sunnah. Now, this week, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how this religion went from a tiny little religion that started in Mecca to literally today, it's the second biggest religion on planet Earth. So our CHQ is, how did Islamic empire expand so quickly? Let me just give you a quick recap of the timeline. So in the year 632, the Prophet Muhammad dies. As soon as Muhammad dies, Islam splits into 2 groups: the Sunnis and the Shias. Now, the Sunnis believe that Islam should be led by Muhammad's friends, while the Shias believe that Islam should be led by Muhammad's family. So it's the age-old friends versus family argument. So the first 4 leaders after Muhammad dies, they're called the caliphs. These guys are known as the rightly guided caliphs. They do a really good job establishing Islam in the direct region of Arabia. So for about 30 years, give or take, these first 4 caliphs start off on the right foot. But then Islam really expands starting in the year 661. From 661 to 750, a family called the Umayyad family takes over and create a dynasty. Islam drastically expands. Like, when I say drastically, I mean drastically. I'll show you in just a second. But then the year 750 arrives and the Umayyad family starts losing a little bit of power. But don't worry, another family called the Abbasids come in and they overthrow the Umayyad family. And the Abbasids actually create an even better flourishing culture, and Islam continues to expand. So let me show you exactly what I mean here. This green little area on the right-hand side, this is where Islam was impacting by the time of Muhammad's death. So not very much. You have Arabia, Mecca, Medina in here. Now, 29 years later, by the end of the rightly guided caliphs, it goes from this tiny little area here to literally all of Arabia, a ton of the Middle East, and even into parts of North Africa. Now let's fast forward 89 more years to the end of the Umayyad dynasty, and you can see it's completely dominated all of North Africa into southern Spain, almost all the way over into India. And then finally, check this one out. 508 years later, by the end of the Abbasid dynasty, it literally is encapsulating almost a quarter of the entire known world at this time. So our question today is, how on earth did this happen so quickly? So you're going to have 4 documents today: document 1, document 2, document 3, and document 4. So let me show you exactly what we are going to be doing today. So first off, what you're going to need to do is open up your world history notebook to page number 7. Page number 7. Don't go to page 6. Go to page number 7. Now, once you make it to page number 7, what you're going to do is you're going to set up your page that looks exactly like this. So page number 7 in your world history notebook, you're going to take your pen, you're going to title the top of this Expansion of Islam, Expansion of Islam, and then of course your CHQ, it's written in this video. How did the Islamic empire expand so quickly? Then you're going to take your pen, take about 3 fingers, go all the way to the bottom, take about 3 more fingers, go all the way to the bottom like this, and divide it, rink, rink, rink. I want you to set up your paper just like this. Lastly, you're going to write document 1, document 2, document 3, and document 4. Now, kiddos, that begs the question, okay, what are you actually going to be doing here? So it's actually a really easy assignment. All you have to do is read the 4 documents and do as follows. First things first, read the first document. I will do that for you. Document 1. Many people from Arabia were good on horseback and good with a sword. As Muslims, they were also inspired by their religion. Many Muslims fought to spread Islam. These fighters believed that anyone who died in battle for Islam would go to paradise after death. So here's your task. In these little boxes, box 1, 2, 3, 4, you are going to summarize the reading in one single word. In other words, answer the question, how did Islam expand, using only one word. So if I was to read this, my word, I'll give it to you, is fighting. Because if you were to summarize that paragraph, it's all about people fighting. Now, in this box over here, what I want you to do is I want you to back up your word, back up your claim. So if your word is fighting, okay, how do you know that? I want you to find a direct quote from the document and write it over here. Only one direct quote. So over here, you're going to do something like this. People from Arabia were good on horseback and good with the sword. So at this point in the video, if you'd like to pause, you can pause and write the answer. I wanted to give it to you for free. But the rest of your time today is easy. All you have to worry about is doing the exact same thing on document 2, document 3, document 4. And remember, kiddos, all you're going to do is you're going to write one word in these box and then a quote backing up your words on these box. Kiddos, I'll see you tomorrow.